An early try by Raleigh. An early try by Raleigh. Unfortunately, we didn't catch that one, and we'll try to get it back for you. But we've kicked off here at the USA Rugby Club Championships Division II. And welcome. This is John Broker, joined today by Andy Richards.
Good afternoon, John. Yeah, this just a few technical difficulties there, but right from the kickoff, the ball was charged down, and number 10, Mike Grunwald, went in under the post and got an early converted score for Raleigh. If you're watching from North Carolina, you'll be pretty excited about this, as I am.
And this is John Broker, joined today by Andy Richards here for the USA Rugby Division II Club Championships. We just had an early score from Raleigh, and Raleigh's number 10, Mike Grunwald, converts his kick. It's 7-0 to Raleigh over Red Mountain. Early days in this Division II final. But, Andy, we really have two contrasting styles here. What are we expecting to see today from Raleigh?
Well, Raleigh know what Red Mountain can do. Yesterday they showed that they can score tries from any angle. They're a very, very talented side, got some great backs. But Raleigh's going to ask the questions, can they absorb a lot of forward pressure up the middle of the field? And Raleigh going to keep it tight, I'm sure, from the early days.
Number 10, Matt Williams, kicks off for Red Mountain. Red Mountain in silver to the left of your screen, and Raleigh in red to the right of your screen as Raleigh takes it cleanly and brings it in a ruck through their forwards. Number 9, Rick Bell there, sets it out to Grunwald. Grunwald feeds it onto one of his forwards coming in. Ball squirts out quickly to Bell. Bell back out, gets the ball in the centers there. Big number 12, Christopher Vaughn, takes the ball into that tackle. And Raleigh down to their own end, but up 7-0 very quick, so they'll be happy with that one as their big number 3 there, Isaac Myers, got to hold the ball. Not really sure if he was expecting that one. And now it's back to Grunwald. Grunwald off the left boot, gets the ball down outside of halfway. Hasn't found touch, though, as looked like Giannino's going around, but it's been scooped up by one of the Raleigh players. Good pressure there by Raleigh, and now they're back inside the Red Mountain half with the ball. Little tussle for the ball there in the far end of the field. And the ball is in touch. Here it is. Little Q, San Diego. And Red Mountain takes it quick as Matt Williams, very inspirational player yesterday in the semifinal, marshaled his troops very well, gets it started, and here's Red Mountain. Red Mountain more of a running team than Raleigh. As a little chip through, and the big Argentine number 8 doesn't quite feel it, but it goes back there. It looks like to the Raleigh fullback, Travis Bogle. Travis Bogle takes the ball into contact. He's well wrapped up, but it looks like they're going to bring this ball back as Bell has it in his hands again. Referee Chris Henschel from New York pointing out, making sure everybody's doing everything nice and clean, and Grunwald puts in a long kick over the head of the outside center for Red Mountain, Matt DeFreitas. DeFreitas to Giannino, and Giannino can't hang on to it, and we have a knock-on. We're going to have the first scrum of this Division II final. USA Rugby Club Championship Division II final between Red Mountain and Raleigh here at Ombach's Little Q Stadium. Andy, what do you think so far?
Well, Raleigh have done exactly what they were going to do at the offset, and they drive the ball up nice and tight up through the centre. Like most sides we've seen so far in this club championships, the ball, they're playing a lot better into the wind than some of them have done with the wind at their backs.
And we're going to have this first scrum of the game, very important. Scrum here is to Raleigh as Bell gets ready to put it in. Raleigh, very strong forward pack. And referee Henschel from New York wants to reset it. Henschel is joined today on the touchline by Dana Teagarden and Chris Draper, running touch as part of the officiating team here at the USA Rugby Club Championships. Welcome to everybody listening to us online, watching us online. If you like what you see and think we should do this more, let us know. Big Ariel Wingord, the Argentine, number 8, picks it up. Had a great day yesterday, went off a little bit of a groin strain, but he should be okay today. Slow ball in the contact as Isaac Myers has to come in and clean it up and just bashes off to the left-hand side, does the big man. And Bell has it again to Grunwald. Grunwald's got his centers run onto it this time as outside center Bradley Bell tries to bash it through, but doesn't quite happen. But it comes up quick, and Grunwald has to put it to boot this time. Nearly takes a good shot for it for his winger to run onto, but the ball is rolled in a touch just down near the Red Mountain line, and that was winger number 11. I believe that Brian Kaiser chasing on that ball.
Jared Loper came onto the ball really well then, but that was a great tackle in the midfield by the Red Mountain centre. But Mike Grunwald looking up, seeing that there was no overlap on, put the ball over the top. Great sensible kick from the South African standoff.
Excuse me, they've switched jersey numbers for the wingers here. I'll figure that one out sooner or later as the ball dribbles over the back of the line out. Wingard onto it, just pushes it back towards Gronwald. Nothing too spectacular, and there was a knock on to the line out. Referee Henschel is going to bring it back for another scrum here, and the scrum is going to be to Raleigh in a fantastic attacking position.
Well, Raleigh have started off really well. They're doing exactly what they said they were going to do from the outset, and that's keep the ball tight, not giving the Red Mountain any scraps of possession to let their dangerous backs out.
And scrum coming down here. Bell again, ball in hand. Let's see if they keep it through Wingard or head out to this back line. And ball comes straight out of the tunnel. Referee blows it up. We're going to have it again.
The Bell brothers both playing for Raleigh today. Rick, the number 9 in the scrum half, and Brad Bell at outside centre in the number 13 jersey.
Few brothers in this competition this weekend, as well as a father and son in the game we just had. Playing in the same game for Boston Irish Wolfhounds, who just won the Division III championship. Ball goes in again, comes out too quick, and the referee's going to reset it. A little bit of early trouble in these scrums.
Well, it's Raleigh going to try and exert pressure and keep the pressure on the tight head. They want the ball to stay. If it wheels to the right, Raleigh are going to get a good launching platform from the number 8, but obviously Red Mountain are doing the opposite and trying to put pressure through their loose head.
And Hensel resets it. And hopefully this time we're away as the ball is at Wingard's feet. Wingard, the big number 8, Marshall in the back of the scrum there. Breaks off to the right-hand side, hands off one player as his open side flagger comes again up. Bell winds up with the ball again. This time we may be going out to the back line. As the ball goes up to the Gronwald, he puts a little switch in there to his inside center. Chris Vaughn. And again, here's Gronwald. Gronwald tries to skip out his center, but gets it out to number 11, Brian Kaiser. Brian Kaiser, that time in the wing, can only cut it back in. And Raleigh really knocking on the line here one more time. As big number 1, James Bold, gets the ball and powers his way towards the line. Stopped up about 5 or 6 meters out. And they're going to try to bash it again right off the side of there. They're trying for the forward power here as Raleigh, as the ball comes back to the Gronwald. Gronwald feeds it to the hooker, Atmore. Atmore headed for the line, and Atmore's in for a second try.
Great score by Atmore. Great score.
12-0 to Raleigh right now. And we have 2 early tries here from Raleigh. Let's see where this game goes. Red Mountain won't be happy about this. Red Mountain, a really convincing victory yesterday, and worked very hard to get here.
Fantastic phase of rugby from Raleigh. They took the ball in, created several phases, and Bill Atmore, the hooker, coming in and going straight under the post. Really, really great start from Raleigh.
Gronwald, the fly half, lines up the kick.
Mike is a native of South Africa, born and bred in Cape Town.
Left-footed kicker, lines it up, has a look at the post. Looks pretty calm about things. And he slots it here at the USA Rugby Club Championships from Little Q in San Diego. We have Raleigh, North Carolina, leading Red Mountain 14-0, just a few minutes gone. I would say no surprise to the Raleigh boys. Andy?
Well, I'm really, really surprised that they've kept the ball so tight as they have. I mean, they said they were going to do that from the start, but they've carried it out 100% to their game plan, that's for sure.
Red Mountain, coached by Matt Dallow, is going to have something to say about this. This is Williams, a fly half, steps up and gets the game restarted again, which I'm sure he wasn't planning on doing too often, but nice high kick. Fielded by number 5, Rob Munsell. And Atmore has it. The try scorer has got the ball in his hands again. Gronwald gets it to his left boot over the head of Red Mountain player, but directly in a touch. We're going to bring it all the way back. It's going to be a line out to Red Mountain, about 30 meters out from the Raleigh line. This is really their first good attacking position of the game.
Red Mountain's dangerous from anywhere, though, John. They win good ball off lineouts and scrums, clean ball. They're going to be very dangerous from anywhere on the field.
And Jonathan Gray puts the ball in, the scrum half. A little unusual, but Raleigh's able to pinch it away. There goes Raleigh number 7, Leon Scroggins. Gets it out to the wing number 14, Loper. And he scoots it across field into Kaiser's hands. And interesting play there. I'm not sure if he was trying to kick it out or not, Loper, but it wound up in the hands of Kaiser. And Kaiser chases down one of the Red Mountain players, and he's forced to drop the ball. And it's going to be a forced knock-on, but a beautiful play from one of the Raleigh players to get that scrum down for Raleigh. Another attacking position.
Fantastic play there from Brian Kaiser. Takes the ball on the right-hand wing. Not a bad, well, not a good kick, but then chases down his opposite number and puts in a great tap tackle.
They look pretty pleased, and they look raring to go as Groenewald has a word with Wingard, and Bell gets set to put it in again. Bell gets the ball in quickly, Wingard's feet, but it squirts out, but he's got a hold of it as they start a bit of a mini maul to the right-hand side there. Driving forward and marshalling his troops like an Australian Terrier is Bell, and they're shearing off to the left-hand side, trying to test the power of these Red Mountain forwards. You'd have to think that Raleigh's going to try to keep it tight for someone today, but they've really had some good wide play as well. As Loper gets a hold of the ball, and he's broken through the line. And here goes Raleigh again, the great attack on the right-hand side of the field. As support arrives, and they draw a penalty against Red Mountain.
Fantastic play. Jared Roper coming from the left wing onto the right wing, taking play right up. Raleigh go quick again.
And we have a quick tap here, and there's Bell just sending it off to number 7, Leon Scroggins, who's going to try to keep it in tight. They got some numbers out wide here if they can get something done with this and see what happens. As the ball comes out to Groenewald, Groenewald takes the half more and gets hard hit by, looks like Matt Williams there, his opposite number. Let's see if Raleigh can recycle. And we have another penalty here for an offsides as referee Hensel spots that and isn't too happy. As a big number 8 Wingard just taps without anybody there really and tries to go ahead, but his support's finally arrived.
Get off the side now, get off the side.
And the Raleigh forwards are trying to continue the drive and drive it in. And they're pushing towards the line. They're knocking on that door. Let's see if somebody can get it down. And it certainly looks like they have through Wingard. We have a third Raleigh try here, not even halfway through the first half. This is 19-0 to Raleigh.
Absolutely fantastic play. Ariel Wingard, 15 yards out, decides to take a quick tap penalty. I'm just about to berate him. I'm sure Coach Pete Smith might have done for not kicking over the 3 points. And Raleigh then drive on over and score another try. Absolutely brilliant from the North Carolina team.
Hasn't been much to say about Red Mountain in this game. It's been all one-way traffic in these first few minutes. Not sure what Red Mountain's thinking. I saw them at the hotel last night. They all look pretty calm and relaxed. They're a good team. They've been to this several times. They're team perennial final round of 4 semifinal players. And
I would never write off Red Mountain, John. You go 30, 40 points up. What I saw yesterday, they're a fantastic unit. And if they sit back, Raleigh sit back at all in this game, they will come back and haunt them, that's for sure.
Groenewald slots one, looks up again, and push that one. So it's going to be 19-0 to Raleigh. Here a little cue. USA Rugby Club Championships brought to you by USA Rugby Networks. This is John Broker with Andy Richards, and enjoying a beautiful day out here. A bit of a breeze coming from the left to the right, as you would see on your screen. So Red Mountain really has the wind at their back in this half and doesn't have the sun in their face. They're going to have to get something done before the half's over. They're going to face a long game. I'm sure Groenewald will be putting some probing kicks if he gets the wind at his back.
He certainly will. Red Mountain have got to be shell-shocked right now.
Another good ball up from Red Mountain. Taken down by James Bold. Bold breaks one tackle. Takes a couple more to bring him down. As Bell's in there looking for the ball. It's Groenewald outside of his 22. Let's see what he's going to do with this one. Put a beautiful kick in over one of the Red Mountain players, and he's on the attack. Scott Mead, the fullback, coming through. Passes the ball right to one of the Raleigh players, but it looks like number 14, Jared Loper, has just pulled in a touch. Jonathan Gray, the scrum half for Red Mountain, lines up for the line-out throw here. Big Phil Jones at the front of the line-out. And ball comes down to the tail of the line-out. Red Mountain tries to get a bit of a drive on here, but Raleigh having none of that. Matt Squires back there. Gets the ball to Gray. Gray out to Williams. Finally, this back line, maybe it'll start to get going, but a slip ball right there from the outside center. Ball just doesn't go to hand. Red Mountain really has nothing going right now.
Well, John, nothing is going right for Red Mountain. I'm slightly biased on that. I'm not too happy with that, but Red Mountain, as I say, are pretty shell-shocked right now. 19 points adrift, and Raleigh are playing fantastic rugby. That's for sure.
And we're going to have a Raleigh scrum just inside their own half. As Bell puts it in once again. Wingard has it. They got some room on the right. Let's see what they're going to do.
It's a solid scrum.
Breaks it and goes that way. Ball down quickly by the Red Mountain defense.
Back up, off the side, stay out the side.
And balls come out quickly. Big number 4 there, Anthony Caserta, just whips it back to Gronwald. Gronwald puts it over Mead's head. Mead can't field it. Better do something quick as he's got a defender bearing down on him there. Sends it out to one of his wingers, who is going around Loper, and certainly makes it. Now puts a kick in deep inside of the 22. And there goes, oh, excuse me, the touch judge seems to have seen it. I think Chris Draper said the ball went in a touch back here inside of the Red Mountain half.
Yeah, the Red Mountain winger came down the right-hand wing, and actually I was begging him to put his foot out because he'd actually beaten our winger, Jared Loper. But he put his foot in touch on the line, and of course on the line is ours.
So we're going to have a line out here to Raleigh. It's going to be William Atmore. Atmore puts it to the front of the line. Well taken as the Raleigh forwards start to push against their Red Mountain opponents. Trying to get some ascendancy in this part of the game, and the ball squirts out in a touch quickly.
Red Mountain looking to go quick again. I think they're slightly unlucky there because as soon as they got the ball in the hands, they want to throw the ball back into the line out and get it moving.
Red Mountain would certainly like to get the ball moving and start running, as you said. And Atmore lines up again. And ball not quite too clean, but finally down at a bell, but the referee spotted a knock on, and we're going to have a scrummage here to Red Mountain. Let's see what they can get going.
Line it over.
Yeah, we don't need to be doing that, that's for sure. We've got to keep put the ball in our possession. We start giving the ball away to Red Mountain, they are very dangerous indeed.
Yep. Jonathan Gray to put the ball in for Red Mountain. Jonathan Gray, the scrum half, originally from Madison, Wisconsin. 6 foot 195, former collegiate All-American.
Engage!
Sure, he wants to get something going here. Under the
Great scrum.
Great scrum there. From a lot of pressure there from Raleigh, but Williams gets the ball and puts it a long kick. Takes a bit of a hit for his troubles as Travis Bogle tries to field it and can't quite. So we're going to have a penalty up where he caught it. The referee judging that a late hit, and here goes Gray. Gray's got runners with him.
Not sure what that was for, John.
Gray puts it out. There was a penalty there for the late hit on Matt Williams. And we have Giannino takes it, unloads it. So on to Matthew McMinn. Matthew McMinn headed for the line. Let's see what can happen here. Gray gets it off to his hooker, Matt Squires. Squires, 6 foot 220, no shrinking violent himself, as the ball comes out here to Williams. Williams looks to take it himself and winds up in contact and spills it forward. Nothing seems to be going right here for these boys as Raleigh takes it and gets it out to Ariel Wingord. Wingord, a little bit of room, gets it out there. Looks like to Loper. Loper puts in a kick, safely in a touch. And we're going to have a Red Mountain line out here about 30 meters out, or 25 meters out, I'd say.
Mr. Henschel playing good advantage there. Raleigh looking to run it behind and getting a bit of advantage.
And once again, Gray is thinking about taking it quick.
Give me the vice captains, please.
Henschel would like to
Captain.
have a bit of a chat with the captains of each team. Looks like Jonathan Gray and Gronwald are coming in. Let's hear what he says.
We've had one apiece. That one was worth a penalty. I saw this one. It wasn't worth a penalty. It's just got to stop, all right? You guys got that? No more late tackles, okay? Let's go.
Henschel wants to make sure the game goes clean and fair, and Jonathan Gray is going to put the ball in again. Gray to the front of the line out. Forward's really slow to react, and the ball just winds up popping out. Now Matt Williams has to get a flat bouncing ball.
You got a knock on back here?
And the referee spotted a knock on.
Good work from the referee and linesman.
Like to Raleigh.
Good work from the referee and the linesman working there in tandem. Linesman spotted the knock on this side, and Mr. Henschel just checking with him.
Left side.
And it's going to be a scrummage here to Raleigh.
Stay behind him. Stay behind him.
And Wingard comes at the back. Wingard not afraid to run it. As the ball comes down here, and Gronwald's looking for it.
I've turned this one over.
Good counter-rucking there, but something illegal's happened, and
Come on, get out of there.
it's going to be a penalty here to Raleigh.
You got it. Just
Referee
let that one go.
indicating that the
Hands in,
Tulsa,
come on,
the
Listen
Red
to me,
Mountain guy had
please.
come over, but he was off his feet trying to take the ball on the ground.
Gronwald off his left boot. And it's a kick there.
Guys, you've got to
From
get out. When you're on the
Gronwald.
floor, I want you out of there faster, please.
Referee is informing the
Better.
Red Mountain team. Then he wants him out of there back quicker. So a bit of technical difficulty here in the booth for a second. As number 2, Matt Squires, looks to put the ball into a dummying player back there, and Red Mountain stolen that one. The ball's just popping around there, and number 7, Leon Scroggins, scoops it up, but it was an initial knock-on by Red Mountain. And we're going to have a scrummage here to Raleigh. A lot of scrum in this game, but stop-start stuff going on here. As that big front row player, Phil Jones, 5'11", 305, playing tight head for Red Mountain. And your shot. And the scrums come together pretty solid there, and it's stolen by Red Mountain. As Richard Darrow, dangerous ball runner, comes up with it. Ball scoots out to Williams. Williams puts a little dummy in there, finds his way through, and he's got some runners with him this time. But it looks like it might have been intercepted again by one of the Raleigh players. That's a third errant pass that's gone that way. And we're running into some problems here for Red Mountain. Maybe they think those guys are wearing the same color jerseys as they are right now, but they look a little bit similar, but it's not that way. And Red Mountain has committed a penalty coming in from the side. We're going to have a Raleigh penalty. As one of their players runs off with it there and gets it to Atmore. Atmore, the try scorer, caught out by himself. Sets it up, gets some of his support players in there. And ball comes out to, looks like Loper there. No, it's Gronwald, excuse me. And Bell here puts it to the outside center. Bradley Bell puts a boot to it, and it's deep inside the Red Mountain. Rolls in a touch. Nicely kicked, and we're going to have a line out here to Red Mountain, deep inside of their own zone. So we'll see what happens with this. Oh, referee Henschel has brought him back for a penalty for an offsides against Red Mountain, and it's going to be a Raleigh penalty just inside their own half. Henschel informing the Red Mountain team that he's already talked to him about this. Not too thrilled as Gronwald, the South African, comes back with it. And
okay, you got it there.
Going to put the ball safely in a touch, hopefully for him. Put Raleigh in another good attacking position. And he does so as Chris Draper, the touch judge, comes up and puts it just outside the 22. Great attacking position here for Raleigh. Let's see what they do with it. Been putting in the power through the forwards, but also not afraid to run it wide these days. Early on in this game, I'd say about halfway through the first half of this USA Rugby Club Championship here at Little Q in San Diego. As Raleigh safely leads 19-0. And a ball goes up there, comes back down to number 1, James Bold, and James Bold piles it into a couple people. And it's up to Gronwald. Gronwald feeds it back into 4, Anthony Caserta. Anthony Caserta barrels through a couple people. Ball's back in Bell's hands to Gronwald. Good defense this time from Red Mountain as they put a bit of pressure on. And they've got an advantage here off the knock-on. But again, it's been flipped to a Raleigh player. And nothing doing there. We'll see. Player down for Red Mountain. May need a little medical attention. We have scrummage going to come in to Red Mountain. Matt Dallow comes on the field to take a look over his injured player. Not sure who that is. The referee has a word with number 9, Jonathan Gray, about the offsides issues he's having. Doesn't want to have to issue a card, but not afraid to if he has to. So we will see what happens here. While we have this break, USA Rugby would like to thank its sponsors for this USA Rugby Club Championships. Baza High Energy Tea, Kuga Made for Rugby, Setanta Sports, Rugby World Cup exclusively live on Setanta Sports, as well as the Munster USA game on August 26th. Sony Bravia, Gatorade, World Rugby Shop. And we'd like to offer some special thanks to the Omback Club. The Omback Club has done a great job as usual putting on this wonderful event. As Jonathan Gray gets ready to put the ball in here for Red Mountain. Ball's back at Darrow's feet. Darrow comes off to the left-hand side this time. Big, strong runner. Runs right over Gronwald, no problem. Breaks the second and third tackle as he's dragged down by the 4th guy. And the ball is out here to Gray. Williams. Now Williams puts the ball through the boot. Takes another hit here as a touch judge has her flag out. Dana Decard on the other side. And I think we're going to be going to a card here after the 3rd late hit of the game. This is the 2nd late hit against Raleigh. And there was one against Red Mountain as well. Referee wants to have a conversation here. We'll see what happens.
Is the same guy?
Same guy, 12, 11.
Your opinion?
And it Teagarden having a word with Henschel there about one of the players. Not sure if you saw which one it was.
have the captain and number 12, please.
Axel calls up the captains, calls up Gronwald, calls up the inside center, excuse me, Christopher Vaughn for Raleigh. We'll see.
Here's what the touch judge is calling for me. Yes, sir. Touch judge is calling that it's the second time.
We will see
which is
what the
not very
call
good.
is.
Second of all, there's a no wrap, no attempt, and it's your second time.
Yes, sir.
Okay? The recommendation was a card, which I'm not going to go with.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to keep this down, but you're on absolutely last warning here, okay? I think you need
Here
to
we
take a
have
second with your guys, because we've already chatted about
a
this.
long conversation. I'm not sure what's going to come out of this one.
Okay, even though my TJ does, but you've got to really take care of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
There's no more second chances.
Give me 1 second.
All right?
Believe just a warning's been handed out as far as I know.
Mark,
Raleigh told to have a conversation with the team.
pardon?
I've got the fast mark. You have the F mark.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're ready to get going
You guys have
again here.
choice From where you kicked it or where it landed, what do you want the penalty?
Is there a line out there or a kick back there?
No, it's a kick or a kick.
Going to be a
A kick?
penalty against Raleigh to Red Mountain, and Henschel seems to be happy with it. Move the penalty up inside the 22 for that late hit, and we're going to have a kick here. It looks like Matt Williams going to send it in a touch, and we're going to have a line out to Red Mountain. Red Mountain fully aware that they have to get some points on the board at this point. No way they can do some of this through penalty kicks.
Good call. I just decided.
Red Mountain about 5 meters out from the Raleigh line.
Just wanted you to understand.
Lines it up. Jonathan Gray has the ball. Goes to the front of the line out there to number 4, Michael Bennett. Bennett steadied the line out all day yesterday. It's his first one today. Ball comes out, and Williams has a hold of it. Williams puts it back on the inside to his big number 8, Darrow. Hard runner. Takes a good solid hit there. And they come up with the ball again. Williams' ball gets tossed over his head out there. Looks like Scott Just has a hold of it. Ball comes out here again to Williams. Williams has Mead with him and decides to keep it himself, but offloads to Mead right outside of the try zone. And Red Mountain is in for their first try of the game through fullback Scott Mead. And they're closing the gap a little bit here. You can't count Red Mountain out of these things. And it is 19-5 now. Raleigh Red Mountain in this USA Rugby Division II Club Championship. A little bit more than halfway through the first half here at beautiful Little Q Stadium in San Diego, California, home of Ambach. Just in your shot is probably Qualcomm Stadium back there where the Chargers play. We're just outside of it as Scott Mead, try scorer, looking for a tee to put this kick in. And he's finally got one. They'll need these 2 points. It's a very important part of the game here for Red Mountain. As Mead lines up to convert his own kick from just about 18 meters out, almost in front of one of the posts. Mead lines it up and pushes that one wide. A little bit of indecision after not getting the tee there. Isn't sure he's not going to be happy with that one. They really could have used those 2 points. And we'll be getting underway again in just a second as Raleigh's going to look to regroup from that. Red Mountain finally put a few good attacking phases together as Gronwald lines up. Get the game restarted. Gronwald, the South African, puts his left boot to it. Ball's up in the air. Ariel Wingord coming onto it. Can't get a hold of it. Bobbled forward by one of the Red Mountain players as Hooker Atmore comes back on it. And Raleigh drives it forward inside the 40 of Red Mountain. Gronwald tries to find a little gap, half sneaks through, but doesn't quite get there. And feeds off to one of his forwards. Looks like number 6, Richard Noble.
Back up there, back up in the middle.
Ball is offloaded there, winds up in the hands of Wingord. Wingord sets it up.
Stay off the side there, stay off that side.
Forwards trying to push it forward through their Red Mountain opponents. Big Phil Jones has something to say about that. And Bell goes off to the right-hand side, probably ill-advised to Gronwald. There's a lot of defense out there as it gets out to the wing. Number 11, Brian Kaiser. Brian Kaiser gets hauled in a touch. And we're going to have a line out to Red Mountain. Jonathan Gray lines up. We'll see which way they're going to go as referee blows his whistle.
Scrum on the 15, please.
And
Ball skewed. Scrum.
he has spotted an infraction there here. We're going to have a scrummage here to Raleigh, just about 15 meters in. As score is 19-5 here, Raleigh over Red Mountain. And I'm joined again by Andy Richards after a little bit of a technical difficulty there. And we'll talk to Andy in just a second as the ball comes in through the work of Bell. And Wingord goes off to the right-hand side again. Or was that Noble maybe? Richard Noble, a powerful player, taking the ball forward. Raleigh forwards content to keep bashing it up. They know how strong the Red Mountain backline can be as the ball comes out there and fed into Atmore, the try scorer, who's once again nearly across the 22. Feeds off to James Bold, the big loose head prop, and the ball comes out. They got some numbers now as number 13, Bradley Bell, gets a hold of it. Bradley Bell, brother of the fly half there, flips it up to Gronwald. Gronwald takes it in. Loper comes over. He's got some pour from his backs there. We'll see who's going to go to next. But the referee's penalized. Looks like for an offsides there as Raleigh takes it quick. Raleigh headed for the line. And ball's in tight. Referee blows it up. Doesn't see it coming out. We're going to have a scrummage here to Raleigh. And I think we're still without Andy Richards, unfortunately. I can only hear myself through the headset right now, so we apologize and we'll bring it back. It gives Andy a chance to rest his voice a little bit. Andy, of course, coach of University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Beautiful campus down there in Chapel Hill. Former coach of the Raleigh Rugby Club. Raleigh, home of my favorite barbecue, actually. Clyde Cooper's down on downtown there. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. As we were breaking the action here for an injury, Big Phil Jones needed some attention. Looks like he's got a blood sub coming on. Phil Jones, the 5'11", 305-pound prop here for Red Mountain. He was an All-American wrestler in college, so and a two-time Arizona grappling champ, so he's no shrinking violet in that front row. Wouldn't want to have to go up against him myself. As Bell for Raleigh gets ready to put the ball in again. Bell gets the ball to feed a Wingord. Raleigh just trying to push the ball in. Really want to push over this forward pack here and make their dominance known, as there they are close to the try line as Bell takes it, gets it off to Bold, the loose head prop. Ball still alive. Noble's there. Noble gets driven into touch this time, and it's going to be a line out to Red Mountain. Maggio makes a good tackle there on the line. The number 5, second row for Red Mountain, as we have Red Mountain line out. And it's going to be Jonathan Gray to put it in. Jonathan Gray puts it in. Center line out. Comes down safely again through Bennett. And ball goes out there. It looks like Darrow has a hold of it. And they're trying to run from their own line. Red Mountain not afraid here. As one of the runners looks like Scott Just gets hauled down and pops it up. And once again, a Raleigh player comes up with it. That's about 4 passes there from Red Mountain right to a Raleigh player. As looks like we may have another late hit here in the game. Little chip up in the try zone there as Red Mountain comes up with it through Giannino, able to field it. And tackled right inside of his own zone through one of his sport players. And referee Teagarden has seen the ball's going into touch, and we're going to have another line out here. Line out gets set. Referee Henschel taking a look at it. As we have William Atmore, the hooker for Raleigh, lines up to put the ball in. Wingord standing outside as they're looking to go quick. Ball goes up there, not handled cleanly. Come down to Raleigh side anyhow. Actually, it's been stolen there right by Red Mountain, and comes out to Williams. Williams puts it on his left boot, puts it a long kick, and finds a safe touch. Moves it slightly down the field, and we're going to have a Red Mountain line out. a Raleigh line out about 40 meters out. Raleigh really taking the ascendancy of this game. They're up 19-5 right now through 3 tries early. Then no scoring for the rest of this half, so we'll see how it goes. Red Mountain, I'm sure, keen to get back into this and been down these deficits before, I'm sure, and come back, so we'll see how we go. Atmore lines up. A little trickery in the line out. Referee holds him up. Crowd was a good laugh. I'm not sure I saw what happened on the other side there, but now Atmore's ready to put it in. Number 5, Rob Munsell, heads forward, and then comes back, and the ball goes to number 3, Isaac Myers. But it's been picked off by one of the Red Mountain players, and Red Mountain attacking again. Here we go. Ball is out to Darrow. Darrow puts a boot to it now. High up above Travis Bogle. Travis Bogle feels it as 22, no problem, and goes for a run. Nearly breaks one defender, but dragged to the ground. And Raleigh should have a safe ball here. Noble gets it and gives it back to Gronwald. Gronwald knocks it on. Unfortunate for him. Just couldn't handle that one. The referee's blowing the whistle. And we're going to have a great attacking position here for Red Mountain inside of the Raleigh half. Inside of the Raleigh 22, we're going to have a scrum down here. And this time I'm joined again by Andy Richards.
I hope so this time, John.
It's been a bore without you, Andy. It's just a one-sided conversation, so I'm hoping you're going to liven things up here a little bit.
There are those back in North Carolina that said I'm good without a voice.
Here we have Richard Darrow comes off the back, and he's set the ball down. Williams gets a hold of it and skips out Meade and finds Just had a little hole there and gets it out to the winger there, number 18, Andy Leibovitz. And Andy Leibovitz is in for another Red Mountain try. All of a sudden, the tables are turning here a little bit. And first few minutes, first half of the first half went all Raleigh. The second part of it's going all Red Mountain.
Well, Red Mountain are dangerous on any phase when they bring the fullback into the line. And they are, like I said earlier, if you give them any scraps of possession, Mike Grunwald uncharacteristically knocked the ball on the 22, turn the scrum over, and then they scored from set-piece play. They're going to be able to do that. Raleigh's got to now regroup, get back up, do what they've been good at, and drive the ball, drive it hard.
And Matt Williams has been able to bring his expertise to this game as he marshaled the troops well yesterday in the semifinal, coordinating their win, really the player of the game for them, as he gets ready to, or maybe, looks like Williams maybe coming off the field. Sure he won't be too pleased with that.
Get it done, Matt. Get it done, Matt.
Matt Dallow seems to have replaced Matt Williams, as Dallow lines up to take the kick. Dallow, the player coach of this Red Mountain team, two-time Olympic bobsledder for New Zealand, and former Eagle Sevens player for the United States, multinational Arizona resident, lines up for this kick. And he pushes the kick wide. That's two missed kicks, two missed conversions for Red Mountain. 19-10 to Raleigh late in the first half at this USA Rugby Division II Club Championship.
Raleigh have now got to get back to what they're doing good at, and everybody talked about this yesterday. If Red Mountain get any good phase one ball, they can bring the fullback in the line, and they look very, very, very good indeed.
Gronwald sets up to take the kick. Now it's his turn to kick off for a little while, it looks like. Nice high ball just inside the 40-meter line of Red Mountain. Tipped back there by Wingord, the Argentine number 8. Bell gets a hold of it, gets it out to Gronwald. Gronwald sets one of his forwards off running, just like Richard Atmore is changing to number 23. And the ball is out there to DeFreitas. DeFreitas has to take on a couple of defenders as Scott Meade comes in to help him out. And it was Bradley Bell that brought that in, excuse me. Outside center for Red Mountain is DeFreitas. As the Raleigh forwards are rolling it forward, or pushing it forward a little bit, knock it on the contact, and we're going to have a scrummage here to Red Mountain.
More Red Mountain ball. Raleigh have got to keep it tight. And when they make mistakes like that in the centre field, a good attacking option here from Red Mountain, anywhere in the field is.
Scrummage here for Red Mountain. We've had a change in the front row here for the Arizona team as Phil Jones has come out. He adds a lot of power to that front row. We'll see how his replacement does. Replacement taking out James Bold. And they've held it well that time, although Raleigh starts to get the spin on this one as the ball comes out. And we've got the wing here to Leibovitz. Leibovitz breaks one tackle. He's coming through, gets it to Meade. Meade well called up by Noble and Bogle as the ball comes up to Darrow, but Darrow can't handle it. And he's knocked it forward.
Forward pass is the first infringement. Scrum.
Who had the forward pass?
You guys are forward.
Red Mountain getting out of jail there, really.
And knocked it. Two in a row.
Yeah, Red Mountain.
Yeah, we got our last movement here.
Unfortunate not to hold on to that one, as Raleigh's going to have another scrum here, just about their own 40-meter line.
Forward pass, scrum.
The scrums are really solid for Raleigh right now, and they've got to make sure that they get a good platform for our Wingard to continue coming off.
Starting to ball this guy. Every time I go that side, you're messing me around, all right? Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Hold it up.
And Bell gets it in. Tries to put a spin on there, but it's gone down. The referee's whistled it up.
That's a mess. Let's play it again.
Referee calling it a mess. I was just about to call it ugly. It's got to be a lot more solid than that on the ball.
You're a smart guy.
Both sides here is
him and you try and bore him. Except I'm smarter this time. Let's try it over. Now we got you both pinned, eh?
Referee having a conversation there with the front rows.
And Bell gets it in safely this time. Wingard has it at his feet. Off to the left boot. Not quite the best kick for Gronwald. I think he's kicking it right at Andy Richards.
That's the third time we've been in up here today. The cameraman got it once. I think Tom got it earlier in here. They're all attacking us today up here.
All right, we have Jonathan Gray here, 19-10, Raleigh over Red Mountain. Red Mountain in a pretty good attacking position at the Raleigh 40. Ball goes to the tail of the line out, but not quite straight. Can't get a hold of it, and here comes Wingard. Wingard finds a little room, and the big man puts in a dummy, and he's off to the races there. Feeds off his Leon Scroggins, the open side flanker, and Raleigh able to keep the ball alive here as they got the Red Mountain defense a little pinch. Ball scoots out there. Gronwald just offloads the big Isaac Myers. Isaac Myers can do nothing but take it into contact there. And Noble comes off the left-hand side looking to start a little bit of a maul, but he's been hauled down by one of the Red Mountain defenders. And it's off to Gronwald again. Gronwald to Bradley Bell. Bradley Bell, his brother, has to come and scoop it up, is Rick Bell. And Gronwald just looking to clean things up a little bit off the left-hand boot with Kaiser chasing it. And it goes directly in a touch. It's going to be Red Mountain line-out.
Red Mountain coming up really flat then, putting a lot of pressure on loose ball. Not a good pass from Rick Bell, but Raleigh looking to contain this Red Mountain attack out wide for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And
okay.
Referee having a little bit of a word here as we're going to get set to restart the game. Red Mountain slides their line out in. Good attacking position. Let's see what they want to do here now that Matt Dallow is coming into the game. Looks like he's coming in at fly half for Matt Williams. And Dallow has the ball. Dallow, slight angle, cutting across the field, looking for a runner, and now he's all by himself here, probably in a little bit of trouble as Vaughn, the inside center, drags him down for Raleigh. Ball comes up uncleanly to Gray. Everything's fine, says the referee, and Raleigh's turned over this ball. Matt Dallow caught unaware there.
That's the half.
And it's halftime here at the USA Rugby Club Championships. For everybody tuning in at home, we'll be back in a few minutes with the second half of this exciting semifinal between Raleigh and Red Mountain. Raleigh leads 19-10 at the break. going to be on live streaming? Testing. 1, 2, getting this stuff sorted out before the second half. Sounds all right. We'll have my co-host check it out. How does it sound?
Yep, sounds loud and clear to me.
All right, we're really loud hearing each other now. We're good.
Needed to be. Yep. Hey, we were bored. Oh, whatever.
And we are back at the USA Rugby Club Championships, the Division II championship final here between Raleigh, North Carolina Vipers and Red Mountain of Arizona. First half score, 19 to Raleigh, Red Mountain 10. Game's getting pretty close here. USA Rugby Networks, this is John Broker, joined by Andy Richards. Andy, what are we going to be looking for in the second half here from Raleigh?
Let's go, guys.
Well, John, it's quite simple. Raleigh have got to keep the ball away from Red Mountain's backs. It's quite simple. With the wind at the back now, they've got to continue to control the possession, kick the ball to the corners, and play a tight game. If Red Mountain get any loose ball, they kick loosely, they will run into the wind and score tries. It's as simple as that.
Should be an interesting 40 minutes we have coming up here as Matt Dallow gets ready to kick off for Red Mountain. Under the watchful eye of Chris Hensel, the referee. We're set to kick off here at Little Q in San Diego, California, home of Ambac. The Ambac Rugby Club, a great host this weekend for the USA Rugby Club Championships as Dallow gets the game underway. And Wingord fields it safely. Finally hauled down just inside his own 40. Bell gets a hold of it to Grunwald. Grunwald puts it up the left boot. Well done behind Andrew Leibovitz. Good size winger there for Red Mountain. Offloads to Scott Mead. Scott Mead, the fullback's having a run now, and he's met hard by one of the number 14. It looks like Jared Loper. And the ball's back out here. One of the Red Mountain replacements in this second half. As Red Mountain really wants to get it going, as Dallow has it on a little dummy. Slides his way through some defense, and he looks like he may want to take this thing by the scruff of the neck himself and make a game of it. Red Mountain safely to the ground. And ball's out here from Jonathan Gray. Ball's out wide. It looks like Giannino, but Giannino's by himself, but pushes off a one. Now he's got the attention of Wingord. Wingord certainly not going to let go of him. Certainly a fantastic player, as he's being told to roll away in that case, and it's going to be a penalty here. Red Mountain, as Jonathan Gray, the former All-American, comes back with it.
One missed tackle, John. One missed tackle, and they've gone 30 yards up the field straight away. It's writing's on the wall if you don't put these tackles in for sure.
You're right. It's a dangerous team here, Red Mountain. As it looks like they may line up for a kick.
Red Mountain are the type of side that really they're as good as any D1 side I've seen here this weekend, and particularly Raleigh are as well.
And Dallow likes to put it in a touch. He knows he needs some points here early on in the second half. And it's going to be a line out to Red Mountain. Matt Dallow there, stepping off the field, 6'3", 225, originally from Auckland. Gray to put in the ball. As the trickery starts as usual. Ball up to the center of the lineout. And Red Mountains come down with it through Bennett. The reliable lineout option, Bennett. And Gray gets it out there to Dallow. Dallow cuts across the field and a little double switch back in. Darrow comes flying through. Big Darrow, hard runner. And ball is spun out there to Just. Scott Just taking it in just around the 22. Keeps it up, waits for its support. Gray gets it back out to Dallow. Dallow's got some numbers with him this time. DeFreitas takes a nice inside line, headed towards the try line, and Matt DeFreitas is in for another Red Mountain try. as the tables are starting to turn here. It's going to be 19-15 to Raleigh.
Red Mountain do exactly what we all know they could. There's just nowhere to stop it. When you've got good, talented players like that, they'll cut back in and you give them possession. And they're going to make mincemeat of you.
Matt DeFreitas just picked a beautiful line there and slid right through that defense. No problem to score right under the post here. This should be an easy one for Matt Dallow. DeFreitas, originally from Queens, went to the University of Phoenix and started pulling state out there. Wife Jennifer either here watching the game or watching it at home on TV. As Dallow lines up his kick. Little sip of Gatorade there for Dallow before he takes this one. And he slots that one easily in 19-17. Raleigh over Red Mountain here in the Division II USA Rugby Club Championship. And Raleigh's going to really need to get something going here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Mike Grunwald put in a good positional kick then, but even so, the chasing wasn't good enough. And Red Mountain were able to turn around, come back up, and score try.
To give them the opportunity to run, that's certainly what they're going to do. Grunwald here, left-footed kicker.
To your back line, hey? Another step on the offsides, right? Yes.
Referee gives him a little talk before his kick about the offside line. And a nice high ball up over Red Mountain. Red Mountain number 6, Adolfo Sanchez, hit hard. And the ball is back to Dallow. Not the best ball he would have wanted, and winds up putting a high one, not headed anywhere towards touch. Urging his team on to get there as the fullback Bogle comes down with it. For Raleigh. Bell gets it out to Grunwald. Grunwald gives it to Myers. Myers barrels it back inside. Raleigh's certainly not content to let Red Mountain run with it. No, they got some work to do here as Noble breaks off the side.
Let's have it out, please. Let's have it out.
Bell, the scrum half, has it again. Gets it out there to Grunwald. Grunwald keeps it inside to Bold. And Bell to Grunwald again. Grunwald feeds off his inside center. Christopher Vaughn, who gets hit hard. But they're able to maintain possession. A little counter-rucking here by Red Mountain, but a penalty spotted. And the referee's going to want to have a chat with somebody right here.
Number 8, captain. Number 8, captain.
Richard Darrow being called out there, the number 8.
Raleigh not going as far forward as they were in the first half. They've really got to start running from deeper angles. They've been isolated 1s and 2s.
Second of all, he's taking player out of the ball. No more, hey?
The referee offers maybe a final warning to Richard Darrow. He's had a number of conversations with these teams. And we're set to play on here as Grunwald is going to put the ball in the touch.
Surprised he's going for the 5 points there. He's going for the line because it's certainly within his distance for the 3 points.
And they will have a good attacking position with a line out.
Yeah. Raleigh seems to be pretty confident that they can get the ball up into this line out and possibly drive it over the line, put another 5 points on the board. You'd have to think they want to get as far away from Red Mountain as they can, the way Red Mountain's been playing the last few minutes.
Yep, I know exactly what they're going to do from this line out. Going to catch it in and drive it up. Drive it up with a big, strong driving ball with a real narrow base.
Ball goes up there, winds up coming down Red Mountain way, so the gamble doesn't pay off. As Red Mountain hauls it in. And the ball's on the ground. Let's see if they can come up with it. Dallow gets it in his own line. And relieves some pressure there just outside the 22. It's going to be a line out here for Raleigh.
Raleigh has to continue to win its own ball. If it doesn't win its ball, Red Mountain is going to get the possession, that's for sure, and it's going to be a problem.
All right. We have line out here at Moore. Now we're number 23. And he said to put it in. Sends in the middle of the line out there. Safely down to Anthony Caserta. As they start to shear off to the left, and the Raleigh forwards are driving. About 15 meters out from the line.
Hold it up. Hold it up. Get off his neck.
Bell marshaling his troops there, pushing them forward. And they still have it alive here, and the Red Mountain forwards are getting split apart as Raleigh drive is very solid. Not the most exciting thing to watch on TV, but very effective as Bell again gets his team rolling. And ball's going to ground. Referee has no problem with it. And it's out to Grunwald. Grunwald's got a couple of choices here and gets it to his number 13, Bradley Bell. Bradley Bell brings it back towards the forwards. Raleigh not looking to run it out wide right now. I think they'd rather attack right in there with their strength. As they set up another maul off the left-hand side, probably through Wingord, who's been effective in that role so far. And there they are shearing forward again. As Bell sends it out wide. Grunwald feeds it off to one of his forwards, blasting in. Met by, looks like Jonathan Gray has to make the tackle. Does the scrum have? Ball to Grunwald. Grunwald again finds big number 13, Bradley Bell. Bradley Bell is just at the line, flips it up, and it's a try there to Travis Bogle coming over to Bradley Bell. Lovely work, bring it back in tight. Raleigh certainly knows where their power is.
Great work there from Brad Bell. Realised he wasn't going to get there himself. Popped the ball back up to Travis Bogle from the fullback position. Came in. Travis Bogle, they'll be going mad over there at ECU in North Carolina.
And Raleigh pushing their lead a little bit more here after it was all one-way traffic from Red Mountain for about 30 minutes of this game. They're certainly back in it here in the second half. At Little Q, Little Qualcomm Stadium, home of Omback Rugby. This is the USA Rugby Division II Finals between Raleigh and Red Mountain. John Broker joined here by Andy Richards for this exciting final. Crowd starts to build. Everybody enjoying the Touchline Tavern down there as Grunwald tries to extend the lead to convert this try.
It's a fantastic game of rugby we've got on here. You've got two completely contrasting styles. And the purists will certainly be not wanting to see Raleigh do any more of those really horrible, nasty driving mauls, but I absolutely love them.
It's effective. And Grunwald lines up the kick. Pops it. And pushes it through. It looked like it went wide for a second there, but the touch judges have given it to him. And it is now 26-17. Raleigh over Red Mountain in this final. Red Mountain are looking to come back here and answer.
I think if Raleigh can get another score, they'll be feeling pretty confident about it, because wherever Red Mountain are going to score again, that's for sure. They get any kind of possession, they're going to score tries.
Daniel Whitlock in the game, wearing number 21 for Red Mountain. About halfway through this second half here. Coming up next is the Division I final between the Austin Blacks and the Hayward Griffins. Both teams never won the national championship before, I should say. And we're going to be looking forward to that match. As a nice high kick there from Dallow, not fielded well by Raleigh. Wingord couldn't quite get that one. A couple of words exchanged between the guys, just finding out what they're doing later on. And the referee is going to have a scrum here to Red Mountain.
Another good position here. It's a pretty good kick, landed just on the 10-yard line. Raleigh forwards not onto it. And now got a good scrum for Red Mountain.
Touch! Pause!
Referee Hansel giving their calls. And we're going to have it in again.
What is it?
Isaac Myers gives him a sideways look. I'm sure he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong.
Pause! Again!
And it's going to be a penalty here. Raleigh judge have been pulling it down as Gray gets it going quick to Dallow. Dallow slides through a couple of tacklers. Busts off the left-hand side, back to his forwards here, and takes it into contact.
Get out, Ray!
And it's another penalty for pulling it back for Raleigh. Raleigh's going to have to watch out here as Red Mountain go quick again.
Get it down, Nate.
Gray dragged to the ground here, a little loose ball bobbling around. And we'll see.
Force down, we're going forward.
Going to be a scrum here to Red Mountain going forward. Ball not coming out of that set.
No, we were good on that.
Red Mountain are looking to tap at every opportunity to take quick ball. It's actually going to play into their hands. We've got to keep the Raleigh have got to keep the ball really, really tight now.
7 points down. Red Mountain looking to level this more than that. I'm sorry. It's 26-17. About 9 points down, so they're going to need a little more than a converted try.
Coach, touch, pause, again.
And the ball is in there. Gray has it at the back.
All right, both of you come to me.
Referee decides he wants to have a conversation, and he's bringing the captains out as well. Score 26-17, Raleigh over Red Mountain. Let's see what they have to say.
We're up high.
Okay, just come stand right here. Here's what you guys are doing, and it's just frustrating everybody, okay? Whenever you're under pressure, you're standing up, okay? I've had enough of that. We've played 2 or 3 times advantages, but we've not blown the penalty. It's got to go away.
Sure.
Okay? You're in the red zone and you're working him up. That's not smart. Let's have it again.
The referee having a chat there with the Red Mountain prop, and it looks like Isaac Myers is giving somebody the business. Isaac Myers doesn't certainly look like he wants to let down.
No, Isaac's a very strong guy, and if he's working him up, I don't know what he quite means by that. There's some nasty business going on in there.
The front row as Gray comes out with it again. Gets it out there to Dallow. Dallow tries to take it in again himself. Dallow doing a little bit of solo work in the second half. Referee making some calls here, and we're going to come back to another scrum to Red Mountain. Isaac Myers going to have another chance to work him up.
Dallow's doing an awful lot. He's the coach, he's the playmaker, he's captain, superstar, Olympic man, and he's doing a little bit too much himself right now. He's a very, very gifted athlete, but he's got to offload the ball, I think, to his backs a lot quicker. Trying to do too much himself.
And the ball's back here. Gray has a hold of it. Red Mountain in a good attacking position. Gets the ball out to Dallow. Dallow feeds off to one of his players out there and winds up coming up with him again himself. Looks like Darrow this time, the big number 8, barreling in towards the line. And the ball is back out to Dallow. Dallow's trying to take it himself again. Goes into contact. Gray off, sneaks through, and it's a try for Jonathan Gray, the scrum half. As that's going to close the lead down a little bit more here. It is going to be 24 to 22. Or 26-22, Raleigh over Red Mountain, excuse me.
Dallow took the ball back in there quite sensibly this time, and they just recycled and had a run out, one too many guys out wide. It's happening too many times now. Raleigh coming back up, scoring nice and tight, but then letting Red Mountain back into this game. It's going to be a real cracking finish.
Matt Dallow told his team yesterday he's come to win this whole thing after they won their semifinal game, and by hook or by crook, it looks like that's what he wants to do. Wisby has to do it himself.
These converted scores could be important if it gets really close. Grunwald's hit his 4 points adrift. He really needs to try and make this, and it's a real difficult position as well. Kicking, right-footed kicker across the front of the goal with the wind blowing in his face. It doesn't come any get more difficult than this.
Raleigh down in the chat in the try zone. A regroup and come back at it as Dallow eyes up the posts. Puts one up, and looks like it's going to slide across the front of the post there. No good, so it's going to be 26-22, a 4-point lead for Raleigh here in the second half. Pretty exciting days right now as both teams can feel the pressure of the situation, and it can go either way at this point.
Well, this is it for Raleigh. They've been working real hard. Another guy's been working real hard for 3 years for this, and they've now got 25, 30 minutes to. They've got to seal this tight ball up.
And nice high kick there from Grunwald. Not fielded well by Red Mountain. Got an advantage here to Raleigh. They're certainly going to take it as ball comes out to Grunwald. Grunwald goes to Myers, the big man. Can't quite handle it. Now it's spilled forward. We'll probably come back to this original knock-on. No, we're not, actually. He's getting the advantage. It's going to be a Red Mountain scrum.
Yeah, that's a lot of referees do this now. They had the opportunity from the scrum. 2 or 3 passes, that's all they're giving us advantage. He shouted advantage over, I heard him. Then we knocked the ball on.
All's fair. As Jonathan Gray gets set to put it in again. Solid hit there from both packs. You can hear the grunt. As Dallow gets a hold of it just outside his 22. Again, doesn't look like he's intending any intention of giving it to anybody else as he gets hauled down into contact. Ball near the right-hand touchline. Red Mountain tries to recycle. They pull it up in a Raleigh-type move there, getting into a bit of a maul, but Raleigh's powerful forwards have driven him back with it. May turn it over.
Yeah, there you go.
Spotted a penalty has a referee for diving in, and it's going to be a penalty for Red Mountain.
Yeah, they got a good drive on there, Red Mountain. I thought Raleigh had turned the ball over, but they'd done something illegal on the floor, obviously.
And Dallow puts out a solid kick. The referees a chat with the Raleigh players about this diving in situation, and we're going to be back to a line out for Red Mountain. Fans start to cheer them on the other side. Pretty excited to see their team. Bit of a breeze blown in here as somebody steps in the lineout. And Raleigh's been able to hook it back, and here's Wingord. Wingord has it, but he's got the attention of number 6, Adolfo Sanchez for Red Mountain.
Don't even think about it.
Good rucking from Red Mountain. They're putting a lot of pressure on.
Certainly are. Raleigh's trying to dig it out. A little counter rucking there. Looks like Bell got caught up.
Roll away now.
And the Raleigh number 5 comes down with it. That's Rob Munsell. Munsell gets it out. A little indecision there from one of the Raleigh players, decides to bring it back towards his forwards.
Quite frightened to see Brent Vaughan there.
Yeah. And Bell has Grunwald behind him, maybe calling for the ball, but Noble has decided to go with it. Referee has called off the advantage. And Raleigh forwards still have it.
Raleigh will be happy to do this all afternoon.
And Grunwald has it. Trying to put in a long kick. High one. See if it finds its touch. And it has. A nice kick there from Grunwald to change favors a little bit and put the ball on this end. As Dallow looks to go quick to somebody. Matt Dallow certainly wants to have a run.
Oh, he wants to run from everywhere, that guy, doesn't he? He's a one-man show, for sure. But that's a fantastic kick from Mike Grunwald. He had no angle at all, and he just bounced down the touchline. I'm sure all the Raleigh fans on the other side were giving it a blow as well. Tony Cassert is coming off, and Ty Terrazone's coming on, number 24. He's actually an F-15 Air Force pilot. And it's the front of the line. Aaron Scroggins has got it. He's going over the line. And Leon Scroggins has scored a try.
Leon Scroggins. A second. Quick line out there, and Scroggins comes up with it. And he puts it down and try. There's Leon Scroggins, the open side flanker. Turn around for a second and look what's happened.
Well, Leon Scroggins there was.
Hold on. We have a knock on here from the touch judge. And it's going to be a scrum here to Red Mountain. We were just getting through that change, and Raleigh took advantage of a little lapse in the attention from the Red Mountain side, and really put in a try.
That's a training ground move brought in by Coach Rick McBride, and Leon Scroggins took it and ran up the front. Leon Scroggins from University of North Carolina.
Ball in there. Raleigh putting the squeeze on this set of Red Mountain forwards here, as Dallow, deep in his own try zone, can only hoof it away in a touch, and we're going to have a Raleigh lineout. Let's see if they try the same move again. I doubt they will, but it was an interesting one there, as Scroggins nearly squirreled away for a try.
Yeah, these front row pills, if you can make sure the hook is out of position, you call it, you can bring your prop in by doing a feint moves back.
All right, ball here, safely won by Raleigh. Raleigh keeping it tight, but the referee spotted a knock on there, and we're going to have a scrummage to Red Mountain. Still deep inside their own zone. Raleigh in a good position here to make something happen.
Raleigh can't afford to knock this ball on. They have to, every chance they get, every piece of possession they've got to hold on to the ball. They knock it forward, give possession back to Red Mountain. It could be trouble.
See if the big Raleigh front row can put the pressure on here. And they certainly have, putting a good push on there as the referee's talking to Isaac Myers, and I think he's done with them working it up. And he's penalized Isaac Myers for pulling up the scrum. A little harsh there.
Dallow there, captain, Mr. Superman, he's saying that Raleigh's trying to slow it down. I think he's probably right.
Yeah, I think they'd want to do that at this point as the ball goes back over Loper's head. Loper we haven't seen much of in the last few minutes, as Raleigh's kept it pretty tight in here. But
Jared actually works for Rugby World Shop.
Anything?
One of our sponsors today.
WorldRugbyShop.com, proud sponsor of USA Rugby. Reminds me that we're here at the USA Rugby Club Championships, the Division II championship between Raleigh and Red Mountain. Raleigh leads 26-22 in his championship final. The long road here, just about 15 minutes left, and we're going to see whether each team wants it. Gray out to Dallow. Dallow's got options on either side, but once again keeps it himself and gets hauled into contact. Gray has an advantage here. He spotted Raleigh infraction, and it's going to be another penalty. And I think he's going to want to have a word with somebody.
Bring your right, bring your captain.
He's asking for the captain of number 8 for Raleigh.
Come in.
Number 8, Ariel Wingord. Let's see what he's done.
Keep your number 8 out, okay?
Getting a little bit testy here in the second half as both teams are having a go. Wingord down a little bit.
3 guys go. Oh, yeah. When they had intentional go fun, he's definitely on the place. He was making an effort. However, did have intentional boots on. I apologize, I don't have a number for any sanctions, but I said it's definitely a penalty reversal. Okay. That's my recommendation.
So you would give the penalty to them?
I'd reverse the penalty. Penalty for Raleigh for the boots. The first penalty is diving over. Second penalty reversal for the boots on the body. I'm definitely talking to the captain. That's my recommendation.
Referee and the touch judge conferring here. They may reverse this penalty here for some illegal use of the boots by Red Mountain. Let's see what he has to say.
your problem. You've had too much of this, of not rolling away, staying there. We've had a whole lot that didn't make a difference. You've got to get out of there. And I'm talking to you, and you're still there. Okay? You got a shoeing because you're in the wrong place and you were doing something you shouldn't be doing.
I don't look at the ball. I'm looking for
That's it. Will you take?
Okay.
Good. Bring your captain.
And we're having a long chat here as it's time for Red Mountain to get their talking to.
He's in the wrong place, no problem. 3 guys went in on his back and running on his back, so I'm turning this penalty around because of that, okay? So.
Gray gets talking to theirs. And referee Hensel reverses it, and Raleigh catches a break here as they're going to have the penalty. Grunwald in a good position to put it downfield.
Yeah, Ariel Wingard getting warned there, but he's all over the ball, and he's an absolute flying machine when he goes around, but sometimes he can be a bit of a loose cannon.
Penalty back there, goes back to Leibovitz. Leibovitz moves it across, and here's Dowell inside his 22 again. And he's running straight across field and moves it down to Giannino. Giannino on the touchline, steps in, and it's going to be a Raleigh lineout just about where the penalty would have been on the other side of the field. But it's going to be Raleigh lineout just outside the 22.
Well, I dare say this will probably tempting Providence, but Red Mountain got an air of desperation about them now. They know they've got to score a try, and they're deep down in their half. They're quite capable of doing it, but it's running across the pitch quite laterally.
And ball goes up here. Bold comes up with it. A little bit of a hard one to grab there as Terrazone comes in. And Bell gets it out to Grunwald. Grunwald has a couple of runners with him and gets it out to Bradley Bell. Bold down on the ground after taking a hard hit there. And here we have number 5, Rob Munsell, driving it forward as the Raleigh forwards want to keep this one up and try to drive through. And they're doing so. Ariel Wingard has the ball in the middle of that. As they're starting to roll it off to the right-hand side, they got some room here and a bit of ground to make up. Ball finally goes to ground, and it's picked up by one of the forwards and pushed off to the left-hand side. Wingard taken out of there. Matt Dowell not too happy with him, as Raleigh's able to keep the ball up in the air.
It's a great driving move from Raleigh. This is exactly what they want, sucking the life out the legs of the Red Mountain forwards.
And here they go, just about 5 meters out. This is really a display of power here by Raleigh. Here they go, the Red Mountain forwards just piling up there, but ball's still alive. Richard Noble has it as Rick Bell, the scrum half, has to come in there and help him out. They're going to want to maintain possession of this one. And here they go again, busting off to the right-hand side. Now ball's on the ground. Grunwald is in there with it. Gets the ball out to Bold to open the loose head. Loose head gets it out to there, number 11. That's Brian Kaiser. Kaiser gets it to the ground after a try-saving tackle by one of the Red Mountain players. And we're going to come back to a penalty against Red Mountain here. I believe they must have been offsides. And Raleigh's going to have another shot at it here.
Fantastic driving maul. They just really kept their heads. Coach Pete Smith's done a wonderful, wonderful job with these boys. Fantastic maul.
See where they're going to go here. It doesn't look like they're going for the line as the ball comes out here to Bold again. Bold well met, but they got the ball up in the air.
Well, if they infringe once, they may infringe again. The referee may give a penalty try.
And they're driving towards the line here at Raleigh. Everybody trying. Oh, it's been pulled away there, but in an offside position from the number 1, Patrick Reedy, for Red Mountain, completely coming around to the back of that and running off with it. Referee may want to have a chat here.
Well, the referee's warned him about this. I think he's got to be diving into his pocket.
We came back for a penalty, and you've had another 2 or 3 a row in the sides. Okay? So you need to think about where you are and what your options are. You keep your boys off the sides, and we can play the game. Is that clear? Yeah. Take a second.
Bring it.
Hensel wants Gray there to have a chat with his team about coming in from the side. The first one he penalized, and there was 2 more, and he's just about had it with this. One of these moments, a card's going to come out. Hensel's been pretty comfortable about this so far, but now Big Isaac Myers has it when gets dragged to the ground. Noble there in support, and here's Bell, gets it back out to Wingard. Wingard runs away from his support and decides to take on a few people. And the ball is playable. Referees tell him to take it. There's Noble, slides off to the left-hand side. Gets caught up by one of the Red Mountain defenders. He's stuck in the middle of that. Bell's digging in for it. And we're going to have a scrummage here to Raleigh. Another good attacking position for them with much more power in the forwards at the moment.
Well, no points for Raleigh, but you know what? They're keeping the ball down into the red zone, into Red Mountain's red zone, and sucking the life out of these forwards. It's great play from Raleigh. It's not pretty to watch, but it's really, really effective.
And we're going to settle in here. The big front row of Bold, Atmore, and Myers here with their second row with Terrazone, the replacement, and Munsell. May look to just drive this over the line. Or Wingord, a strong runner himself, may look to take it. And Red Mountain stolen it. That's a surprise as Darrow comes off the back. And the ball's out to Dallow. Dallow there slips one, slips another, and he's away. Let's see what the boy can do. Puts a boot to the ball. He's got Scott Just chasing onto it, and Meade, but it's scooped up there eventually by Leibowitz. And Leibowitz is nearly going to the full course of the field. Let's see if Kaiser can slap it down.
No,
and he's ran in a touch there just outside of the try line. Brian Kaiser really chasing after him there, but I don't know if he would have gotten him. But it looks like Leibowitz stepped in touch, and from one good attacking position to another, the Red Mountain team is taking it, going nearly the full course of the field. Linesperson this side has got a flag up.
So they couldn't advance.
And there's something going on out there. Time off, and the referee's going to have a word with Dana Teagarden here.
Yeah, touch judge Dana Teagarden has spotted an infraction.
We'll tune you into this one.
21, red.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
This is 21 here.
Yeah, 21.
And?
Raleigh. Just give you the number because it's been multiple times now.
Oh.
We've already warned the team.
Okay.
Yeah, for the late tail.
He was the late hit?
21.
Oh, okay, good.
Teagarden spotted a late hit here. This might be the one where he finally goes to the pocket. 21 there, Luke Brockman.
Bring out 21.
21. Who's 21? We don't have a 21.
There is no 21 out there. So not sure what the touch that saw.
Too many late hits, okay. Looks like she's got the number wrong, but it's seriously got to go, okay? Because if it's repeat infringements, I can only give you gas cards.
Referee having a few conversations here about some late hits and some infractions of both teams as Matt Dallow picks it up and he's on his way. Keeps it himself again.
Back up!
His way towards the line.
Run away!
1 out of 15 at some points of this game here as number 7, Matthew McMinn, gets a hold of it.
Run away! Stay out!
And here we go. Ball's out to the right-hand side there, and it's Richard Darrow, the number 8. Ball comes flying back across to nobody in particular. Good tackle by Vaughn there. Keep them on their feet as the ball squirts back. And Wingord comes flying through. Darrow has it again. Darrow, a good runner of the ball. Can't quite sneak through, and the ball goes into contact. And it's a penalty there against Raleigh. It looks like a diving in penalty. Little words exchange between the team there. The referee's going to slow it down just a little bit.
What are you doing? You just pushed me. Back out, please. Back out, please.
Got a little testy out there with these teams late in the game. Pretty exciting stuff.
Everything's on the line there.
You okay?
In the run, the reason the man went down is
26-24 as Raleigh holds on to a 4-point lead here over Red Mountain at the USA Rugby Division II Club Championships. Good attacking position for a player diving in, and Dallow wants to put it to the corner, I believe. Matt Dallow, player coach, steps up, the fly half position, and puts one in the touch. It's going to be a Red Mountain line out about 5 meters out. Should be a good contest here. Raleigh maybe looking to pull this down or just looking to defend.
Yeah, this is crunch time right here. If they score, they're going to go in front, but if Raleigh can just keep them out here, put the ball back down.
Red Mountain gets the ball up safely to Bennett. Bennett a second row line on option. Here comes Dallow running at the line. This time Dallow's getting closer. May have spilled it forward this time. And he certainly has. Referee has spotted it. It's going to be an advantage here to Raleigh. Let's see what they want to do with it.
Stay out.
Ball back to Grunwald. Grunwald with a big left boot. Referee calls the advantage over. And safely cleared by Raleigh there. It's going to be a Red Mountain line out about 35 meters out.
Well, Craig Dallow's trying to do too much, as I said again. He's taking the ball and he knocked that one forward in contact. But what he is doing is dragging in, sucking in the defenders because he's such an elusive runner.
It hasn't paid off for him yet, but we'll see what happens. Raleigh mark up the numbers in the lineup.
Where's the sub?
And we're waiting for a substitute to come on.
Lay on, please. 7.5.
Referee says there's 7.5 minutes to play here. Tense moments in this Division II final. And
Let's go.
ball's going to come in from Greg. Referee wants to get the game going.
Play the ball, please. Play the ball.
Referee actually telling the teams there's going to be no substitution time here.
7 to go.
No wait for somebody to come on the field. As Bennett again comes down with the lineout.
Okay.
Raleigh drives him back. And the ball's out to Dallow again. Let's see what Dallow's going to do this time. Once again, Dallow keeps it himself. And can get through the first one, but not the next few. Ball goes out there to DeFreitas. DeFreitas feeds it to Just. Just takes the ball in. Raleigh defense is swarming. And the ball's come back Red Mountain way. It's going off there. Looks like Darrow. Darrow heads off to the right-hand side with Big Isaac Myers dragging him to the ground. Matt Dallow in there to support. Ball comes off to Leibovitz. Leibovitz chips it through. I'm not sure if he was late hit or not there, but number 9, Bell, scoops it up. And he gets attacked by a couple of players there. And we have a penalty for diving straight in. Red Mountain looking for a late hit, but not getting that call as Raleigh gets a little bit lucky there. A couple of players diving in.
Yeah, well, they say championships are made on luck as well as skill. And perhaps Raleigh's getting their share right now. Because when Rick Bell went down there, the fortune was favouring us for sure.
And here is Grunwald. Puts the ball in a touch. Just about 35 meters out again. A lot of play going down in that corner of the field. As Raleigh here is going to have the line out. Probably just about 6 minutes to go now in this Division II semifinal. They're in no hurry to get up there. Raleigh's in. The referee having a little bit of a talk here.
This is a minute. If you're going to do it quickly,
Raleigh will be happy for any this time to roll off the clock. And Atmore to put it in. Ball not clean there, but scooped up by Atmore. Good work there by the hooker to get back and clean it up. You got to figure Grunwald is going to kick from here, but he decides not to. As big number 24 there rumbles through. Number 24, Ty Terrazone. And the ball's been turned over by Red Mountain off of Terrazone. This is a huge moment right here. Anything could happen. Raleigh would be much better off, but they've gotten the ball back again. And let's see what's going to, the call's going to come here. Somebody's going off at this point if he's calling out the captain again.
Too many. Number 8. Okay. He's done, okay.
Wingard is off for the rest of the game. The big Argentine number 8. After a few too many calls, Raleigh's going to be down a man for the rest of the game.
Well, he's been warned. He was warned about 6 minutes ago. The referee said that's it. He's off for the rest of the game now. This could be huge for Raleigh.
And Red Mountain here comes in. And they're going to have a line out just outside of the Raleigh tri-zone. And this is some telling moments coming up here. Raleigh's going to have to fend as best they can, down one man. And let's see if Red Mountain can make use of it. Bennett again up to the front. Comes down, Raleigh gets a good squeeze on there, and the ball is out there to Darrow. Darrow headed for the line. He's not looking to pass it either, but let's see if he gets through. He's right in front of the post there is Darrow. Darrow gets it out to Just. Just is held up by a number of Raleigh defenders. Raleigh defending tenaciously here in their own line. Ball into a big pile, but it's going to come out Red Mountain way. And there's Matt Dallow. Matt Dallow's got some numbers now. Feeds it out there, and it's going to be easily scored. And Red Mountain gets a go-ahead try. Over in the corner, it looks like Andy Leibovitz scores that one. Andy Leibovitz, number 18, scores a try on the wing for Red Mountain. And things may be changing here in the last seconds of the game.
Yeah, it was on the cards. They had a 3-man overlap. It's game up for Raleigh now, I'm afraid.
Just a minute or so remaining in this game. Red Mountain scores right near the death to go ahead 27-26. Matt Dallow, I'm sure, will be in no hurry to put this kick in as time's winding down here in this Division II Club Championship.
Well, we got plenty. Well, there is time left. I think that if he misses this, is 1 point. He'll kick the ball long and hope that Red Mountain will put it out and Raleigh can take a line out. But knowing Red Mountain, they'll try and keep the ball on the pitch, I think.
And a well-worked try there by Red Mountain late in the game. They've really fought their way back into this one after going down early, and certainly deserving if they win this game. Hard work that they put in. That could, Wingard going up the field could have made a big difference right there.
Yeah, I think, but when you give away that many penalties, the referee's always going to go to his pocket. He'd warn both captains, to be honest with you.
And Dallas kicking there. It's a 1 point game, 27-26. Red Mountain over Raleigh.
Yeah, could be a long drop out here. Hope that Red Mountain then put it out so Raleigh can get a drive on. Grunwald's very, very good with his left foot on drop goals. Could be a cracking finish still.
Raleigh's going to want to keep this alive. 1 point. Both teams showing a lot of character here as Terrazone puts in a good hit on Bennett. And Red Mountain now driving it forward. Raleigh looking for a big turnover here, but it's not coming. As the ball gets back to Dallow, and Dallow running with it again. Dallow gets upended by a couple of players, including Terrazone, and gets the ball to Giannino, who's spilled it forward here. And we have a scrum here to Raleigh in a good attacking position. This game is certainly not over by any means. 1 point between them.
Well, Mike Grunwald, if this is your time, this is it. Got to scrum the right side of the field. If he gets a good ball, he can pop one from here. I've seen him do it in training.
Number of options on the table here. 1 man down. They can go for the drop goal. We'll see what they elect to do. Noble gets a hold of it in there. Referee's blown it up. And he wants a reset. Red Mountain now a little wind in their sails. Raleigh's had the better of these scrums, but now they're 1 man down and certainly getting the work done.
A little wind in the sails, that's an understatement, John, there. National championship time on the line here. They've been here before. They know what it's like to lose. And they don't want to lose again for sure now. They're putting everything into it.
And the ball's in there safely. This time Noble has it. And it's a penalty. And Noble takes it quick.
That's
maybe
a mistake.
Maybe a mistake. He's been hit very quickly by one of the Red Mountain players. We're going to have another penalty here for not going 10.
Not 10.
This is it.
And this could be the teller right here. Do they go for Grunwald with a shot at goal? Do they keep the ball in hand?
They got to go for the post. All right, this is brave. They're going to go down flight, and that's for sure.
And here comes Isaac Myers getting it in and getting it set up, and they're going to try to drive it forward again, but the ball's going to the ground. Oh, and nearly a poor play there by the scrum half as he hits the referee right in the back with it, and it looks like we're going to have a Raleigh scrum here. Referee just getting in the way of that one. Going to be a scrum to Raleigh. Dying minutes of this game here. Very exciting moment. 27-26. Red Mountain over Raleigh. Really the first lead change of the game as Raleigh's led the entire time. But a good fight back by Red Mountain from Arizona as the 1 man down pack from Raleigh gets ready to set in. Bell gets it in. Noble to the back of it this time. Noble gets a hold of it. And a couple of defenders get a hold of him. Bell gets it out to Grunwald. Grunwald, no intention of doing anything but running. Raleigh really wants to win with a try here. They have no intention of doing anything else. He's come off a leg there as Ty Terrazone takes it in. Ball's been fed back to Grunwald. Grunwald getting off to one of his runners there. That's Brad Bell. Brad Bell goes down. He better get some support there. He's going to be in some serious trouble. I'd be looking for the drop goal here if I was them, but Red Mountain turned it over, it looks like.
Well, they've had the chance. They've had the chance.
They certainly had a chance. Rather, they spilled it forward, Red Mountain, and Raleigh's going to have another shot at it. Raleigh had shots to take a penalty goal, to take a drop goal. They didn't elect to do any of those things. Well, instead, they're trying to win it by running.
I'm shocked that Mike Grunwald's not taking the kick on this right-hand side of the field. They had a penalty on the 22. That's very brave, but at the end of the day, Mike Grunwald's a very good kicker.
Yep. It's either brave or stupid. We're not sure which. We'll find out when the final whistle blows. There's got to be just less than a minute in this game. And there goes Noble off to the left-hand side. Grunwald doesn't look like he's set for a drop goal this time either. As the ball comes back to Bell. Bell to Grunwald. Grunwald fids out Bold. Bold taking it into contact. And let's see what he's going to do here. See if they can make the ball alive. And it's a penalty there against Red Mountain.
He's got to take this.
This time Grunwald has come in to get him to slow it down.
We're holding on.
Releasing on the ground.
And this time it sounds like he's saying go for points as a referee says the Red Mountain defense would not release him on the ground.
This is it. I don't think I can watch.
Oh, much for you, Andy. We do have a Raleigh supporter in the booth today. I'm a more neutral player here, so we'll take this kick as Grunwald, the South African, lines it up.
I don't think I'm watching. I can see Pete Smith down here pacing up and down. He's 60-odd years old. He must be having a heart attack.
Tense moment for 30 people on the field. Tense moment for all their sidelines and everybody watching at home. This could be a deciding kick right here as Grunwald lines it up. He's got the wind at his back. Let's see what he can do with this. He looks pretty calm. Referee Hensel right there. Touch judges in position here at the Division II Championship. The game is on the line right here. And it is Mike Grunwald. All the pressure on his shoulders. It's got the distance. It's up. And it is good! Raleigh Rugby Club goes ahead over at the final whistle. And it's a victory for Raleigh. They're going to be 29-27 winners over Red Mountain. What a game we've just seen here, folks. 29-27, Raleigh over Red Mountain in the USA Rugby Club Championships Division II. All credit to both teams for a great game. Stay tuned. We're going to have the Division I final between the Alston Blacks and Hayward Griffins coming up. Hopefully it'll be as exciting as this one you just saw. USA Rugby would like to thank OMBAC for their continued support and hosting of this event, as well as the Focus TV crew doing a great job today bringing these games to you. Focus TV from Tampa, Florida, doing our work today. This is John Broker with Andy Richards. Congratulations to the Raleigh Rugby Club, 29-27 winners, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
You have another match coming up shortly. You celebrate with your team in a few minutes off the pitch. And if we could get both teams lined up facing the stands over here for the trophy presentation at your medals. Red Mountain, would you please remain over here to face the stands?